Let's roll on oil. Let's watch out for gold here on the pullback on the number one trade. Okay, first of all, what do we do? Gerald, go over to gold real quick. We're going to look at the setup, and then I'm going to go over to oil on the big explosion on oil. The first thing you do when you first log in, you look at these two moving averages right here. Both moving averages are the same. We don't use moving averages for support and resistance. That's for novice traders. Those are lagging indicators. We use them for trend direction. We use market profile, which shows us where the order flow is. Order flow is where we need to trade because that's where the wrongly positioned trader is usually at. So what we're going to do is this. We look at the moving averages right here on gold this morning to look at our upcoming trade. We got the 20 cross through the 50, and that 50 is angled up. So that tells us we're in buy mode only, no shorts. So what we do is we look at our profile. We look at our bottom left is volume profile, middle is price profile with the hedge fund being that green dashed line. So we look for the first pullback to that level for a number one trade. We have confluence on the trade because it's 2 times confluence. You got one at 1309.93 on gold coming up. That's LVA, low value area. We have the hedge fund at 1310, just below 1310. So now I have 2 times confluence on the gold pullback to buy 1310 on the pullback. Okay? So really keep an eye on that level on the pullback for a number one trade on the pullback. Remember, there's only 2 retracement trades in the room, a number 1 and number 3. That's that. Gerald, go over to crude oil. Now, crude oil, we just had a big explosion. Remember, you don't need to trade this all day long. If you can just trade from 7:45 to 10:30, I would stop trend trading at 10:30. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the moving averages. Moving averages, okay, at 7:45 are crossed up. We're in a mild uptrend, okay? We're in a mild uptrend, all right? Mild uptrend. So what we do is we can buy the first test of low value area. Let's check it out. Let's see how accurate this is. I had low value area at 105.86. Look at your bottom left chart. 105.86 on the first test. I've got price profile at 105.85. I got my J signal that works on your own Ninja charts. I have market profile that works on your own Ninja charts. Here it is, the green. Right there it is. The developing profile right at 05.88. So I had 05.86 as my LVA, 05 on volume profile, price profile 05.85, and I got my developing profile at 05.88. I got 3 times market profile confluence. And I also had right here the 5-minute that crossed up, right, going into the trade. So we knew to buy the first test of low value area. Consequently, look at the divergence down here on my oscillator. When you come down to these number ones, you want to see divergence. You can look for a bullseye on J signal to confirm getting the trade, which gave me a Fibonacci dot and a bullseye, or you can look for a green bar reversal within 2 ticks of those levels. So I had volume profile at 05.86. I had price profile 05.85. I had my developing profile 05.88. I had 3 times market profile confluence. That is a very, very strong support level. Market gives big divergence. It's after 7:45. It works at 8:15. Even if you got in a little bit earlier on this one, you're still good. With a 15 tick hard stop, 13 tick is what most traders use. We don't use more than 15 on our maximum risk. Once you enter the trade at the green bar reversal or the bullseye, your first target is my symmetry dots. My symmetry dots, the red dots, are projecting where to get out. There's 50% of your position. Then you let your runner run. Let the runner run. Next position, 75% off of the next set of symmetry. Then on your next runner, you let it go all the way up to 107 is my next roller up here, or new market profile, whichever is higher. If you want to be conservative, you can go for the third set of symmetry dots, which is 106.64. But the best way to do it, you can try to get all the way up to the next roller. But if that's how we do it, we project ahead. You have a real big heads up, just like on gold right now at 1310. We have a huge heads up of when the next support level is. Just like on crude oil, LVA, they were stacked over top each other. Anytime you have a stacked area of 2 or more market profiles on top of each other, you have the strongest area that you can ever get because it's the order flow. It's a stacked area of order flow. All right. So there's a huge trade this morning, big one, 0592 all the way up to 05 potential, 05 over 0550. So just a huge $600 per one contract trade and went straight up for us. And that's exactly how we trade the rules. The first test of a confluence area. All right. Look for gold on a pullback at 1310.